The new look Padres, like the old look Padres, win 6 straight wins for the Padres. Nick Pivetta's unbelievable season continues. Mason Miller debuts impressively. And the Padres in 2 hours and 8 minutes, you're going to hear that a lot in the second half of the year, win. They beat the Cardinals tonight down at Petco 4-1. They come back from 1-0 down. Pivetta facing one batter over the minimum. The Wilson Contreras home run, the only batter to reach for St. Louis here tonight. So we've got you covered. We need your help. We need you to get us to 9,100 subscribers. We were asking for 9,000 yesterday. It happened. So thank you. Let's get to 9,100. Thank you to everyone here live and on replay. We're going to react to all of this over the next hour plus. Please subscribe to this channel. We're 50 subscribers away from 9,100. So please subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button for us as well. You can follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We appreciate the memberships, and we appreciate the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box if you want to support. I see the first super chat of the night from Every So Often YT. We're going to get to that. We appreciate the memberships as well. I think it was Par 3's Club that started the membership train yesterday that eventually gained us probably like 50 members yesterday. If you become a member, listen to this. In less than 1 day, Jim, I was able to turn this around. You're going to be shocked. We have 3 new emojis for our members.
What did you do?
Rockstar GM and Miller Time are now available. If you are a member of this channel, you can use those emojis on this channel. If you want to become a member, click the join button down below. And if we get one more member, I think we can actually add another emoji, which I've also already ordered. Spoiler alert, it's a Cortez the Killer emoji, even though he doesn't even play for the Padres as of yet. So if you want to become a member, click that join button down below. Get the 5 guys, Rockstar GM, and Miller Time emojis. If you're a member right now, you can use them right now as well. What do you think of that, Jim?
Okay, hold on. Pause.
Oh,
hold on. So first off, Jared gifting 5 more memberships to our chat. Thank you, Jared. We appreciate you. You're a mod of the channel also. Nan PSX has also become a new member of the channel. So congratulations there. Or thank you there. Congratulations to the 5 new members of the channel. You know how today on John and Jim, when I just straight up was like, yeah, filibustering, and you're like, what?
Yeah, Jim said the word filibuster today, and I'm like, you don't know that word. How could you have said that out of your mouth?
I feel as equally as shocked that you pulled that off
without you,
without me, without telling me.
I made that graphic.
Without anything. And
okay, watch this. Watch this. You want a bad graphic? Hold me up, because everyone's becoming members right now. So click the join button. Look at this. Look at this, Jim. This isn't as sexy. This is what we're going to get. I think I can't do it until tomorrow, but this is what you get tomorrow because we're over 100 members.
What does that even mean?
Freaking Nestor Cortez. You've never heard of Cortez the Killer? It's like an iconic song.
Okay, I take it back. Why Cortez the Killer? He's not even going to pitch for this team,
I don't know. He's not even. He's going to pitch for this team. Nestor.
Barely.
We needed to add a little flair. I thought Nestor Cortez.
What
else did you want? Give me an emoji idea.
I don't know. Merrill Madness.
I think we had that.
Yeah. What is happening right now?
I don't know.
5 more members gifted by Pars 3 Club. 5 members gifted by Nan PSX. Thank you guys.
Let's get the membership train going like it started last night with Par 3's Club. So if you want to become a member, click join. If you want to gift memberships, click join down below. And let's get as many members as possible, and let's get those emojis going right now in the chat. We'll get to all of the super chats. Before we get to the super chats, and thank you guys for becoming members, use the emojis. This thing was clean. It was quick. You know the adage, good teams capitalize on bad teams' mistakes. I mean, St. Louis opened the door and San Diego ran through it with the control. I think it's 2 errors on Contreras. It doesn't go as that. It goes E5, E3. I mean, give me a break. Contreras has to make that play. And the floodgates open. And Jackson Merrill, the big hit with the bases loaded. I think Mike Pomeranz saying postgame was his first hit this year with the bases loaded. So from there, it was all Nick Pivetta and Mason Miller and Robert Suarez. And it was quick and tidy and easy. And it's 6 in a row for the Padres, who are surging towards the postseason here in 2025.
So they're 12-6 in their last 18 games, dating back to before the All-Star break. They took 3 of 4 to finish the All-Star or finish the first half. Took 2 of 3 from Philly. the 5-5 road trip, and now 6 in a row. It has the feel of another second half Schulte run, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Am I a little too early to say that?
No, you're not.
Yeah, it's not too early.
It's not too early.
It feels like a second half Schulte run. And we've talked all about this. Like, do they have that in them? A couple weeks ago, if you asked me that, I'd be like, no. But they can still play some pretty good baseball. But a second half run like they had last year, 43-19, can they replicate that? I still don't know if they can, but I mean, 6 in a row leading into August. Tonight felt as automatic as it gets. I know that they went down 1-0 there in the 5th inning, but Pivetta was pitching too good. And all they needed to do was just get a lead. And this bullpen would come in and shut it down. It wasn't the cleanest innings from Suarez and Miller, but you see the potential there. And when those two guys are on, if the same thing happens again, good luck to the opposing team. I mean, they didn't use Adam, Estrada, or Morahone tonight. You could have argued, you can argue they used their two worst relievers out of the bullpen, as far as, if you're just looking at like ERA and everything. But still, this team tonight, it felt methodical, it felt workmanlike, and that's how the wins felt last year in the second half of the Padres, especially in September. Workmanlike, methodical, quick, clean, and you didn't have any worry that they were going to, blow a lead or, lose a series. It just felt like the inevitable was going to happen, which was the Padres were going to pick up a win. And you feel like they are on the verge of potentially doing something like that again. 6 in a row. Yeah, game on.
Okay, I'm going to say something here because I heard what Schilt said post-game. The fact that they're giving guys like Jason Adams, Nathan, and Guy a night off. I think we will see all 5 of the relievers in the same game in the regular season 3 or less times in the final 50-plus games.
Probably.
And I think in the postseason, you might see it every time they have a lead. Consider that. I think you might see it 3 times, and it might be more. Could be less. But I think this is all geared to the postseason. Like, you are going to get to the postseason, barring something nobody wants to forecast. So you're going to get there, and I like the idea of giving guys a little bit more rest in the second half of the year to make sure that they can really go when you need them to go in October. But come October, I mean, you're going to see, you're not going to have outings like the one that Nick Pivetta had as often. Maybe you will. Maybe you stumble into it because he's been terrific. Sub-2 ERA at home. He's 7-0 at home with a 1.99. But I think by and large, 5 and dive, and then those final 12 outs, you can just navigate them. You can use 5 relievers for 12 outs. You could use 4. You could use 3. But, I mean, you just have everything available to you. And I just think it sets up beautifully for the postseason. I probably would have said the same thing last year. Last year, they had all those advantages. They just didn't score. And hopefully this time around, they manage enough offense to put themselves in the position to win in the postseason. But I think it's all about the postseason, and I think it's about protecting these arms until the postseason. I think that's the grand plan.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. The offense still has to do its part, and they did that tonight in the 5th inning, responding right away, scoring 4 runs. In the 5th, they're 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That's a number that we all have to keep an eye on here. In the second half is what they do with runners in scoring position, because if they're gonna consistently go 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position, they're gonna do well. And they can pitch like this, and you're getting King back, and Darvish with his new mechanical retooling of his his arm slot. If he continues to pitch anywhere near what he did the other night, yeah, man, 24 hours ago, or less than 48 hours ago, excuse me, this team was good. Now they have potential to be great.
Yeah. By the way, real quick,
What'd you do?
I
I have no idea what's going on. What are you doing?
What I just did was, because we just got all these new members, that allows YouTube to give me an extra emoji. The more members you have, the more emojis you can give to your members. So I think if you, I don't know if you have to like refresh or something if you're watching, but you should have. I mean, is there anything more fitting than a Cortez the Killer emoji for a guy that's never appeared for the San Diego Padres? It's now yours if you want to use it. You might have to refresh. But there it is. There it is. So become a member. Click that join button down below. Let's get to some of these super chats. Appreciate your support of this channel. Let's get to 9,100 subscribers tonight. Let's talk about the Padres. Let's talk about the membership. Jim does not get. Nobody gets it.
Nobody gets it.
I get it.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I see everybody putting Cortez the Killer in the chat.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it. Pars 3 Club. Thank you. He's not even pitching, bro.
He's like the whole story of the team, Jim. You haven't been watching. I'm kidding.
Over under 3 starts for Nestor Cortez in the second half.
He will win a World Series game.
I don't want him pitching in the World Series. See what he did last year in the World Series?
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. He will. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Let's get to some of the super chats, guys. Appreciate you. We're 50 subscribers away from 9,100. Please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to become a member, get those brand new emojis. I think we get 7 more members. We get another emoji, but I got to order one. And then I'll take emoji suggestions from Jim.
It's Merrill Madness. I need a Merrill Madness emoji.
That's fine. Every so often, YT, thank you. His game looked like business as usual and methodical. And that's kind of where we started here. And I completely agree. This is how the Padres win at home. What's their home record? It's unbelievable right now.
33-11-18.
Yeah, I mean, they're winning 67% of the time at home. They're winning 2 out of every 3 games.
All right. 35-18 now.
So 36-18 is 667. That's how close they are, right? 2 out of every 3 is what they're winning right now. I said it earlier today. Maybe it's early to say it. Maybe it's getting greedy. Got to play. You got to get some home playoff games here. If it's the wild card, you got to get home. If it's the division, you're securing home field advantage. You know, that's what I'm thinking about. You're 35-18 at home. You're 5 games under 500 on the road. I'm telling you, home field's going to matter. They're built for this ballpark. And yeah, it was methodical.
This is funny from Jeff. Jim knows what filibuster is, and John is designing emojis. End of days have begun. That is correct,
dude. It's been Jeff. You can imagine. We were just talking about it. I mean, the shows and just everything. The games, shows, behind the scenes, doing radio shows. I mean, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. CNJ1569, appreciate the generous super chat, saying you can't cook it up any better. The new boys look like they'll fit in well. Miller is flamethrower 2.0. Of course, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to the new bats as well. Pivetta shoved. Hopefully we keep momentum. Can't wait for the others to show out. How about Mason Miller in his Padres debut, matching the hardest pitch ever thrown by a San Diego Padre? Andres Munoz, he threw 102.8. Imagine the adrenaline. He did have an intro video as he came in the 8th inning. I'm talking about Mason Miller. I need to get his rookie card, by the way, or his first ever Padres debut card. But Jim, the beauty of a guy that throws like that is first and third, nobody out. You can get out of it because of swings and misses. And he started the process by getting the strikeout and the life on that thing up in the zone. Like, it's impossible. It must look 115 because it's up and it pops. And then you get the ground ball. So, like, first and third, nobody out. And again, you're not going to get out of that unscathed every time, even if you throw 103. It's the major leagues. But strikeout, ground ball, and he made it look pretty easy.
Yeah, and he was kind of shaky. Yeah. He hasn't pitched in a couple days. He's obviously nervous, pitching for his new team at home. He wants to strike out the side. You know it, right? And, thankfully, Manny Machado is behind him defensively to make that sweet double play. But his stuff is electric, dude. And he's going to throw 104. He just is.
Yeah.
He threw 103 tonight. That strikeout to, was it Walker? I think it was Walker. He struck out Walker in 103 at the letters. The thing just goes, whoop.
No shot.
You're like, good luck. Good luck. You're not hitting that. And ironically, the 2 hits that he gave up were on breaking pitches. So it's like, you almost feel like it's a Robert Suarez thing. Again, I need to see more of Mason Miller to see how good his secondary stuff is, but his fastball is just ridiculous. And some of the numbers they were saying on the broadcast, like when he's up in the
2
count,
strikes. Yeah.
it's like it's unhittable, his stuff. I mean, when he's ahead in the count, what was the number? Do you remember? It was like 067
It's
batting average.
060 with 2 strikes.
Yeah, like okay, good luck.
Yeah, it's insane.
And it's in the 8th inning. And you could honestly argue, and Mason Miller and Robert Suarez are fantastic. You could argue that they're the two relievers, at least Suarez. You know, Suarez, you can get shaky at times, right? And stuff wise, you know, Morhone and Adam and Estrada. I mean, you maybe could argue those guys have better stuff than Miller and Suarez, but Suarez and Miller have something those 3 guys don't, which is just a lights out fastball.
Yeah, and you're right. I need to learn more, and it's been so crazy. And someone correct me if I'm wrong, and tell me if I'm wrong. I could be dead wrong. He's basically fastball slider.
I think so.
Which is what I thought. Which makes when you throw that hard, when you're fast. I mean, how hard does he throw his slider? If he throws his fastball 103 miles an hour, it must be ridiculous how hard he throws his slider. I'm not just looking for his. I'll find it, and someone can put it in the chat. But you know, I'm sure he throws something else as well. But I thought he's like a fastball slider guy. But of course, I mean, you get swings and misses when you throw 103 miles per hour, and when you couple it with a breaking pitch. Thank you for the super chat here. Very generous.
Thank you.
Canis Lupus. I don't know if that's proper or not, but he says didn't need Cinco de Mayhem tonight the way Pivetta dealt, but Dos Fuegos looked good. Yeah, I mean the relievers did. Mm-hmm. You got those 5 arms back there. You use 2. Now, not every night is someone going 7, right?
No.
Not every night is someone going 7.
By the way, his slider's 90.
I mean, that's a hard, right? That's a hard slider. Not unprecedented, but that's a hard slider. But yeah, I mean, again, I'll look it up. I'll do a deeper dive on it. But yeah, what are opponents hitting off him in general this year?
Sub 200. I know that.
Yeah.
Let me just check here. I'll check that for you. There is actually a video out there of 2 years ago when he was in the All-Star game, striking out Ohtani with a back foot slider.
Okay, yeah.
His splits. Let me look up his splits. All right, so what do you want to know?
I wanted to know what opponents hit off him because his ERA is high, but that's not because of his opponent batting average, I assume. I'm sure his opponent batting average is 160.
Lefties are hitting 212, righties are hitting 148.
Okay, so the combined, whatever that is, right? Sub 200, presumably.
Oh yeah, it's sub 200. Pre All-Star break, it was 174. Post, it's 167. Yeah,
I have it here. So, and someone could update me on 2025. His usage rate in 2024 was 63% four-seam fastball and 34.7% slider. So he was basically a 2-pitch pitcher. And then when I look at his arsenal, and I'm using some like software here that kind of provides this information, but yeah, obviously he was a fastball slider guy when he debuted. So I may be able to add something in there, but presumably or primarily, it looks like he's a 4-seam fastball slider guy, and whatever he's done has worked pretty well.
I got 173. Opponents are hitting 173 off him this year.
Is that good? Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very, very good.
Yeah, it's let me check here. Yeah, it's good.
Yep,
it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Andrew Berlin, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super. Guys, if you are here, 500 of you are here right now live. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, follow us on X. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the memberships as well, if you want those new emojis. He says, Pivetta near perfect. How did we not add payroll? You know, I think we talked about it with Kevin today. He said 5 million. Said 4 to 5.
They did add payroll.
They did. I mean, they did. Unless someone took on some salary, like the Brewers and that Bryce Johnson deal. But it sounds like they added 4 or 5 million. So, write a thank you note to the ownership group under John Seidler.
Yeah, I didn't think that they could have added as many players as they did without having to subtract, and they did. They added what? Miller, Fermin, O'Hearn, Liriano, Cortez. Sears. I mean, they had 6 dudes. I don't know. Is Sears on the active roster?
I don't know if they've had to make him active as of yet. I haven't seen it. That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't think they have had to make Sears and Cortez active yet. But if they do, I mean, that's 6 guys you added to your roster for a total of like $5-6 million.
Yeah.
Because Miller and Sears, those guys are making like 250 for the rest of the year.
That's a half mil.
Cortez, I think the Brewers are paying for most of it. Fermin, he's getting
Nothing.
Nothing. The only guys that are getting anything are Hearn and Liriano, and even then, it's only a couple million each.
Yeah, Hearn was making 5.5 this year, so 1/3 of that is like 1.5, and Loriano was like, yeah, you're right. I mean, they probably took on $4 to $5 million. It doesn't sound like it was more than that.
Adding 6 players and doing that, and the 6 players they add, 3 of them are like, you guys are all stars.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. Ballpark Pretzel, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the membership and the super chat. He says we're winning the Vetter Cup in Seattle, LOL. Well, that's going to take an impressive feat. You're going to have to go to Seattle, right? The Padres are going to have to go to Seattle and sweep them, and then have the highest exit velo.
No run differential.
If it's a tie and run differential. So that's going to be fascinating. I'm sure Schulte in that final game will be like, guys, swing hard. Okay, I don't care about the obliques right now. It's just swing out of your ass. We need
swing
that.
Hard.
We need to win the Evo in case this is tied up.
The Evo. Yeah.
Jacob, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says winning the division should be the current goal. The team is way better at home than on the road this year. Yeah, I mean, yes, Dodgers won today. I assume I only saw what was on the television in the studio, and they were up 5-0 when I left. So I assume they won. So 3 games, just 3 games, very overcomable, but obviously a lot of baseball to be played both ways.
Yep. And if they keep this thing close, when they play them this month, those series are going to be spicy. Those series are going to be spicy because you got 6 chances against the Dodgers here, 6 opportunities. If you keep it close up until then and continue to play the way that you're playing right now, you have an opportunity in front of you if you're the Padres, and go out and take it. So, yeah, this thing could get spicy.
By the way, I see Cam saying Sears is active and Cortez is not on the 40-man yet, but he had been rehabbing. So
yeah,
whenever they need to, whenever he's healthy, he'll be placed on the 40-man and likely on an active roster. And Sears, okay, thank you, Cam, letting us know that Sears is actually on the active 26-man roster. Jared, appreciate you, man, for your super chat and the membership. He says need the Ferminator. That's the thing. I would say Ferminator if I had that emoji as opposed to the Ferminator, but I kind of like that. And by kind of, I like that. We get some more memberships, I'll get that done for you. Jared. James, appreciate you, man. He says, if the Padres win 10 games in a row, will you guys do something special like a FOCO overall stream? Appreciate you both, LFGSD. Did we end up doing that or no? Because they didn't win 10 in a row.
Over a FOCO overall. They did not. No, we never did that because they didn't win 10 in a row.
I think I got rid of those overalls, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to win more than 10. I mean, 10 in a row is good for sure.
10 in a row for us to wear over. I mean, wearing overalls isn't that is that crazy? Wow, I'm wearing overalls.
I think people would enjoy it.
I think they'd enjoy it. I don't have them. Listen, if they win 10 in a row,
John will shave his head.
I definitely won't do that. Well, I'm more worried about them doing things in the postseason right now than the regular season, truthfully. No Dog, thank you for the super. He says you throw 103 up 3. Don't get cute with the slider. That's funny that you say that because then our buddy Jeff West says, bro, no more sliders, 105 till TJ LFGSD. I mean, he's certainly been injury prone. And I mean, even guys that throw hard in the big leagues, I mean, you have to have 2 pitches. You can't just overpower with 1 pitch. I mean, right. Robert Suarez has attempted to do that at times. I mean, it's hard to have consistent success just throwing 1 pitch, I feel like, in the major leagues. That's been proven out.
Yeah, because, Robert Suarez at times only had 1 pitch or, does have 1 pitch, and he threw it a lot, and it came back to bite him in the ass because guys are just sitting fastball, and they speed everything up.
Right.
Keep them off balance a little bit. Having that secondary pitch is important,
Oh, yeah.
But still, there are going to be times there are going to be times the rest of this year and, over Mason Miller's career with the Padres where he just blows dudes away with all fastballs. You know it.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's going
And
to be
sometimes
fucking
you just got to
awesome.
challenge someone. Like they're going to know what's coming. You challenge him, and he's still going to be able to get those swings and misses because of the life on his fastball. Guys, if you are here, we're going to get back to the conversation. 48 subscribers away from 9,100. So please subscribe, and thank you for the super chats and appreciate the memberships. If you want to click join down below, you'll get those new custom emojis, including Miller Time, as well as Five Guys and Cortez the Killer, believe it or not. If you want to support our title sponsor on the wrap-up show, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He has been with us since day one of this channel. It doesn't feel like it's been 4 years, but it has. And Mark's been with us for all 4 of those years. So if you have an insurance need, trust us. Mark is there for you. I have 3 insurance policies with Mark: homeowners, life, and earthquake insurance. He does auto as well. Whatever your insurance need is, he's going to take care of you. He's going to save you money. And then when you need him, he's got the great service and communication that separates him from the rest. So click the link in the description down below. Get free quotes online. Call Mark. He would love to talk to you about the Padres. He's a diehard Padres fan. He is a lifelong San Diegan, and he wants to talk to you about saving money on your insurance and about the Padres bullpen. So click that link in the description down below. And if you support this channel, please support our title sponsor on the wrap-up show, Mark Nimitz.
All his information is on that ticker. mnimitz@farmersagent.com is his email address. If you have any insurance needs, reach out to Mark. He'll help you out. And when you do, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
This is a deal. No problem. I'll watch it. I'll stream it. Teofilo saying John finally watches Mighty Ducks if we win 10 straight. Absolutely. I'll sit here on the wrap-up show and just watch the show and not say anything. So, but I'll prove that I do it. You'll hear Mighty Ducks in the background. I won't really do that, but sure. I'd be happy to. I mean, how about a baseball movie? Although I've seen baseball movies. I don't know if I've seen them all, but I've seen a few.
How about you watch Star Wars?
No.
Come on,
absolutely
man.
not. They're so long. It's 100 million episodes or whatever.
No. I just meant like Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
I'm not starting at 4.
No, never mind.
Okay, I'm not going to start on the 4th one. That's going to make no sense.
It'd make perfect sense.
Okay, so where are we right now? Where we are is, by the way, the lineup didn't look all that different. You put Laureano in there because you're facing a lefty, right? They went with the platoon advantages tonight. They kept O'Hearn on the bench. They had Gavin Sheets on the bench. Now, we did see O'Hearn later in this game. Laureano moved a runner there. When was that? In the 8th or 9th inning from second to third, a fly ball to right. O'Hearn, I think, had 2 plate appearances in the end. They combined to go for 5 in the game. But Laureano is a very good fielder, which I think was on display a little bit here tonight. And it's one game. I think it's exciting to see a lineup that's going to look different, especially against right-handed pitching, Jim. And you're going to see a lot of righties, obviously, more often than lefties.
Dude, defensively, Laureano, Gavin Sheets has done a really serviceable job in left field. Massive upgrade. I mean, he's just the way that he just moved in the outfield, the routes that he took, it's just night and day, dude. Has he won a Gold Glove before? I feel like he has.
Great question. Has he? I have no idea.
I mean, I want to say he won a Gold Glove. He's won a Gold Glove in his career.
Say it. I'm looking.
He has. He's won a Gold Glove.
Perfect. And you were right.
There you go. So
when did he do that?
With the Oakland A's.
Okay.
Did he?
Cool. I have no idea, man.
Oh, I thought you looked it up.
No, you said he won one. I'm looking at standard fielding. I don't see any awards in the column.
Oh, no. I thought you looked it up.
I didn't look it up, dude. I'm looking it up.
Are you yelling at me?
Gold Glove. I'm not. I'm looking it up. You said, he's won one.
He has not won one.
Yeah, Bro doesn't have a Gold Glove, dude. But that doesn't mean he's not a good defensive outfielder. To your point, he looks like an outfielder. He looks like he's played the position. He looks comfortable. He's going up in like the corner in front of like 50,000 people in the 9th inning, and he makes it look normal. So it's encouraging. Let's see here.
He's having like
offensively,
he's having a career. Yeah, he's basically having like almost a career year.
That's good. Ride that. Kai, I appreciate you, man, for the super chat. Thank you, guys. He says, think FTJ lack of power could be at all correlated to cutting down on strikeouts. Could you close with Adrian when facing Dodgers top 3? Man, is Fernando's lack of power correlated to the fact that he isn't swinging and missing as much? I think one of the things that correlates to it, correct me if I'm wrong, is he's walking way more. So he's
He
not
is.
swinging the bat as much, and that's encouraging. I mean, it's helped his on-base percentage. I don't know what the power overall. What's he hitting, Jim? 17 home runs still? Is that the number that Tatis has hit?
17.
17, and we
Yes.
got 50. The record now is 61 and 49. What is that? 110 games. They have 52 games to be played. Yeah, I don't know how many he's going to hit.
Can you get to 25?
Yeah, he definitely can. Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's not.
Does he?
30 seems like a far, far cry at this point.
Unless he goes September nuclear like he did last year. We hit 7 home runs.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. I'd like to see. I mean, he's played well in his career against the Dodgers. Maybe that'll get him going. I don't know. I mean, his year again. We've had so many conversations about this. Now that they're winning, it doesn't seem as important to talk about. It just, the power numbers have dipped considerably. He's had a good year. Both things are true. He's had a good enough offensive year, but he doesn't have near the power that he displayed earlier in his career. I think that's fair, and I think it's accurate.
Yeah, he's just not the same power hitter that he used to be. I think that's very evident. But now we're in a part of the season where I feel like throw stats out the window. Just win. And, at the end of the year, we can talk about it and look at all the numbers and everything. But when you're a really good baseball team, yes, obviously you want your favorite players. And Padres fans obviously want to look at their stats and be like, oh, their stats are this, and I love that. And it's even numbers and round numbers, and that's great. But, at the end of the day, do they win or they lose? The result is the only thing that matters now. We talk about this a lot. Schulte says it a lot. Like, oh, well, the at-bats were good. I know we lost 7-1, but the at-bats were good. I don't care. Did you win or did you lose? The result is all that matters, and we are in the stretch run. We're in basically sprint mode now, 2 months left. And, winning and losing are the only numbers that truly matter for this team.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Tatis does play winning baseball. Look no further than some of those defensive plays he made the other night, including going over a wall, reaching base.
Games,
reaching base during innings in which they rally, which happened tonight in that 4-run inning when they batted around and Merrill had that big 2-run single as well up the middle. And then we haven't touched on this tonight. Luis Arraez, it is somewhat quiet, has hit .411 during a 14-game hitting streak and risen his batting average to .297, and he would be like one of 2 or 3 players in the National League to hit 300 if and when he gets to 300, like Manny Machado. So he's hit with runners in scoring position. He's hitting .411 in his last 14 games. He's had stretches like that his whole career, right? He's had 400 stretches throughout his whole career. That's how you win batting crowns. But Machado, Arraez, encouraging what Merrill did tonight. I mean, you're the things that you are asking for to some extent are happening. And the team, as opposed to scoring 2 and 3 runs a lot, Jim, now on a night where you do nothing on offense, bless you, even though you muted your mic, on a night where you do nothing on offense, you manage 4 runs. Yes, because of the error. But it's just nice to score 4 as opposed to 2 or 5 as opposed to 3. And I feel like since the start of the second half, that's been more of the team that they've been.
4 feels like the magic number. And it is for this team. Look at the numbers that they score 4 runs. They're winning a lot of baseball games.
I wonder what the record is 4 or more this year. Someone look it up for us.
I'm sure Kevin has it.
Everyone has it. It might be in the Padres game notes, truthfully.
I don't get those game notes anymore, John.
How is that possible, dude? I have them right here.
I emailed her.
Look how beautiful they are.
That's great. Dude, I emailed her and I said, hey, just wanted to double check. I think my name has been taken off the email list. I was super nice and cordial about it. No response. Should I email her again?
No, I think she's made it pretty clear.
But I get all the other stuff, like the press releases.
Yeah, that is weird.
I get it from Craig and Darren and their new guy, but I don't get the game notes, or I don't even get Schulte.
Oh man, I get Schulte every day.
And I remember I emailed them too, thanking them for sending us Schulte earlier in the year.
I got it. I have it. It's in the notes that you don't get on the front page on the right-hand column.
What is it?
Listen to this. score 3 or fewer runs, and this is an amazing amount of wins. Amazing amount of wins scoring 3 or fewer. 18 and 35. That's a good record, folks. Trust me. 18 wins scoring 3 or fewer runs is absurd. I bet there's teams in the big leagues with 5 wins scoring 3 or fewer runs, like the worst teams. How about this? Score 4 or more, including tonight, 43 and 14.
Jeez.
That's over 750 because 42 and 14 is 750. So you're playing 755 baseball, scoring 4 runs or more. So that's the magic number. And that's kind of the baseball magic number, but certainly when you play in a pitcher's yard, that is truly the magic number. And the Padres win tonight, and they win comfortably, scoring 4 runs down at Petco.
Damn. Last time I got game notes
when
was May, dude.
So you got him up until May. You must have said something when they lost it. Remember the bullpen sucked in May? You probably ripped that bullpen.
May 5th. Did they win that game?
Cinco de Mayo.
Let's see what that happened that game. No, dude, they won 4-3.
I don't know.
I didn't say anything. That was a 6-game win streak.
We're going to get to this in 1 second. Whatever the name here, Red Rage Star. Appreciate the super. But did you see that the Rockies trailed 9-0 before they batted tonight in Denver and came back to walk off the Pirates 17-16?
Yeah, the dumbest Coors Field game ever.
That's wild.
Dumbest Coors Field game ever. Also, the Pirates are an absolute embarrassment to the sport. Both of those franchises are.
But they kept Skeens.
Especially the Pirates. I mean, dude. I mean, if you're Paul Skeens, you're asking for a trade in the offseason, right?
They got to make a move. They got to get better next year.
Unless they make a move and like they make multiple moves, dude, I'm out.
He's out. He'll be out. He'll be out at some point. Red Rage Star, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super. Guys, if you're here, 530 people here live, many more on replay. Please subscribe to the channel. We need your help to get to 9,100 subscribers. And thank you for the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. We appreciate your support. And thank you for those that become members. Click join down below. You can gift memberships as well. You get brand new custom emojis. You're seeing them right now in the live chat. 3 or 4 additional emojis tonight. Miller Time, Five Guys, Rockstar GM, and of course, Cortez the Killer for Nestor Cortez. He says, love the wrap-up show. John also does Aztecs wrap-up show. This is a great idea. Any chance Jim does SDFC show? Would you like to add an additional YouTube show, maybe an hour a night, talking SDFC?
On like Saturday nights?
No. Every night. You could do it after this wrap-up show. You could do it at 10:30 Pacific or 11 p.m. You have time.
Unfortunately, no.
How much money would you need to start an additional YouTube channel that you spent roughly 5 to 7 hours on a week?
Like a month? A lot.
That's the problem, man. We ain't doing this for, if you, like, man, this is a labor of love. If anyone's a streamer out there, they understand it, okay? Like, it's more of a labor of love than anything else. I like this, Jim and Darren. I'm down. I'm watching that.
Darren's like in Cancun right now.
Who? Darren's in Cancun?
Yeah.
So is SDFC, or did they come back and win? They were down 1-0 earlier.
No, they're on Cancun. These games don't even count.
They have to count. They count for something. They just don't count for MLS.
It counts for Leagues Cup, but this is like as far as like their standings in MLS go.
Gotcha. No, I get
you. Yeah, if I want to be single, then yeah, let me just 100%.
I saw a comment earlier. Someone said, "Is this the lineup against lefties?" No, I don't think it's the definitive lineup against lefties. I don't think Jose Iglesias, to the point from earlier, has to be in there. But I like that Schilt doesn't have to play left-handed hitters or guys that don't hit lefties against lefties. That to me feels like a failed experiment. We've been so critical of that over the years. Why are you just batting this guy that can't hit lefties?
Right.
And now you don't have to do that, at least as much, because of the optionality, so to speak, and the depth coming off your bench. And you got guys that can hit righties. You got guys that can hit lefties, like Laureano. And that's why Laureano's playing against lefties and righties. But I think you'll see O'Hearn more against right-handers than you will against left-handers, just based on the sheer numbers.
Or, I mean, you could see a situation tomorrow against a righty where Sheets is in left, O'Hearn is your DH, and then you got Laureano and Iglesias back on your bench, right? You could see that.
Do you feel like Laureano's got to play every day because, and I think you gave me his splits earlier. Aren't his splits really good both ways?
His splits are better against righties than they are against lefties. So with that, probably not going to happen. But I'm just saying you have that option there.
Yeah.
If you really want to go a full lefty lineup against a right-handed
Yep.
pitcher,
I see what you're saying.
and then as soon as they would bring in a lefty to face Sheets, boom, you go to Liriano. But his splits are better against righties this year than they are against lefties. And regardless, Liriano will close out every single game in left field defensively.
By the way, that's a great point. By the way, all of a sudden you look up. Remember the Mets got here scorching hot, right? I mean, 5 games clear of the Padres, and the Padres are a game behind New York. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you got to start catching people down. It's less about the teams behind you, like Cincinnati, for me, and more about the teams in front of you. That's got to be the way you look at it, because we're all expecting them to play well. So hopefully the Padres, with time, and they have plenty of time, can track down a series of these teams, like a number of these teams. And I do think that's very realistic. I really do. And I don't think they have to go 43-19, and there's not even that many games left. But you get my point. I just think they have to play well enough. Maybe a team falls off in front of them, and you pick up, a peg or two in the NL wild card or playoff standings.
Oh, I think they're going to climb.
Me too.
I think I would be kind of surprised. I know it's early. Yeah. There's still 2 months left. If you said, they're a 6 seed, I think I'd be a little surprised.
Yeah, I'd kind of be a little disappointed.
Yeah, I think I would be a little disappointed too.
There's just too much time to do good work with this new look team.
How good
there's too much time.
Yeah.
They gotta, and again, are they gonna win? They're not gonna play like this every week. Not going 6-0 every week, but consistent 4-2 weeks is going to put them where they need to get. Kai, appreciate you again. He says, life on the line. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't even answer this. He says, I like Adrian versus top 3 of the Dodgers, Phillies, or Mets. That's fascinating because he's been so good. He's been like, we talk about Miller and blah, blah, whatever. So, I mean, the truth is Adrian Morejon has been like the best reliever in baseball over his last 30-plus outings.
No, I agree with this. I mean, look, if a situation occurs against these teams in the 9th inning, the top 3 are up, it will be Suarez. But
that's scary.
I know, it's very scary. But if they didn't use Morejon, I don't know, man. I mean, you got Ohtani and Freeman, you got Schwarber and Harper, Soto, like. Morejon is going to be a big piece of this thing in the second half here and in the postseason if they face those teams, which is a very good chance and very strong likelihood they will. And he'll be pitching a lot against the players I just named.
I agree with that. And to Kai's point, yeah, it's hypothetical. There is a scenario where you're facing the top 3 in a lineup in the 9th inning. But what if it's the top 3 in a 3-2 game in the 8th inning? Right. I mean, maybe it is Adrian Morejon. Now, you might say it's Mason Miller, or you might say it's Jason Adam, but if you have Morejon, and I mean, his stuff has been so good and he's so confident. I mean, I do trust Adrian Morejon against baseball's best hitters to put the Padres in a position to get out of the inning unscathed. I mean, that's the way he's pitching right now. He looks like a guy that is capable of getting anyone out right now in the major leagues. We're going to get back to this conversation in a moment, but we do want to remind our viewers about this terrific offer going on right now with our friends over at SeatGeek. How about this? Get into Petco Park on Saturday night and do it by using promo code PODSWRAP. PADSWRAP. You're getting $20 off your tickets at SeatGeek. Your order of $50 or more. You heard me right. For our viewers, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more with promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Just click the link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. We do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek, but you get to SeatGeek, whether it's baseball tickets or concert tickets or college football or basketball or anything going on in San Diego or elsewhere. Like, look at this. Saturday night, middle of the summer, downtown San Diego. Now, this is a later start, by the way, tomorrow night. And you can get in section 304. You're behind home plate. It's $52 each, including fees. That to me is a great deal for a Saturday night. You take the $20 off, 2 tickets, 104 minus 20, $84 with fees to get in tomorrow night. I mean, take advantage of that offer. Click the link in the description down below and use the promo code PADSWRAP.
Yeah, this is for your first order off of SeatGeek. And the great thing about SeatGeek, it's MLB's official ticket marketplace. So your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. All you got to do is use our promo code PODSWRAP for your first order, PADSWRAP, to get $20 off of $50 or more.
Man, what a day and what a time, I would say. Like, we heard Mike Schilt earlier today, and we heard Mason Miller, and I don't even remember. Was it Ryan O'Hearn that spoke earlier today? It's just
all the new guys spoke.
Yeah, it's like there's so much excitement and there's so much intrigue. And I could even sense it. We talked about this earlier. Mike Schilt spoke for 10 or 11 minutes today. And even Schilt is like, just give me a second, before we establish roles and before we make finite statements and draw lines in sand. It'll all work itself out, especially with good teams. Good teams have options, okay? And they often work themselves out. But it's not as simple as just, this is Ramon Laureano and here's what he's going to do. And this is Mason Miller and he's going to work every eighth inning. It's not as simplistic as that. This is a very dynamic sport with so many games and so many circumstances. And by the way, there's guys right now in AAA that are going to impact this team. It's not like all 26 of these guys are going to be fully healthy or going to be on this roster for the final 2 months of the year. So I do think, like, part of me is like, man, this is it. Like, this is the team. And another part of me is like, let's take a deep breath and let's ease our way into this, because I don't think it's a finished product, even though the product has been finished, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's still so much time remaining in this season. There's so many things that could happen. Playoffs don't start next week. The playoffs started next week, I'd be like, sweet. That's awesome. But they don't. And they have to go through the grind. And they have to go through the dog days. And they have to face the Dodgers again. And, they have to like, they're positioned really well. I love this roster going forward. I feel confident with them that, that they're going to continue to play some good baseball. And we're just going to see how this thing plays out. But going forward, like, I don't have the same questions I do about them like I did about them in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a credit to AJ, and it's a credit to how they played over the last week. Because I said for the last 2.5 months, like, they're gonna have to show it, man. Like, I don't want to have a definitive, like, no, they're not gonna do this. They're not gonna go on a run. They're this, but, like, can you show it? Are we gonna be sitting here the rest of the year and be like, all right, we're just waiting for them to get hot, and they never get hot again? And now they're hot, so they're showing it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely intriguing and exciting. And from a fan perspective, it's like you can't ask for much more than this. But I think from, like, a front office and managerial and clubhouse perspective, let it shake out a little bit, and you'd love for it to shake out while they win. But there'll be some moments in there where you're like, why this, or why this reliever, or why
they'll
this
lose games down the stretch. Tell you, they're going to lose some games.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be completely a straight line, but it's encouraging the way they're playing, coupled with the moves that AJ made. Nan PSX, thank you, man, for the membership and the super chat. We appreciate you. He says, any chance we bring back Luis, I think Luis Arise, and Michael King next season? Then he says, thank you both for all you do. Your show is a big reason I'm enjoying baseball the way I do. Let's go San Diego. Appreciate you saying that. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, thank you. Any chance? I think it would be unlikely, and I think it's very unlikely with Michael King, assuming his health. And I find it pretty unlikely with Luis Ariz, because he makes a good amount of money, and I don't think they're going to commit a lot of dollars long term to Luis Ariz, but I could be pleasantly surprised. What do you think?
My guess would be no on Ariz. Slight chance on King, just because of how important he is.
Mm-hmm.
Next year.
They commit the dollars, and there's other money coming off, like Cease.
Right. Yeah. Cease is not going to be here next year. Likelihood of Suarez being here next year too, very low in my opinion.
Agreed.
King's the one that you really want them to resign.
You know, this point, and thank you, Nan PSX, because we've had this point. I don't see it. It doesn't mean I'm right. But he says King is a player option for next year. He might take it. The reason you can't take an option there is what if you get hurt again? Because if you sign a 4-year deal right now, making it up, whatever, just make a number up, 4 for 100. Who cares? Maybe I'm right, wrong, right, whatever. How could you take 1 for 20 and turn down 4 for 100? Or you know what I mean? Like, how can you pass up the big sum over the small sum, even if it's more per year? And that's why I personally find that very unlikely. The only scenario for me, Jim, is if Michael King is unhealthy or doesn't pitch to his capabilities. Nobody wants to see that. If Michael King completely falls off in the second half or can't pitch, yeah, he could absolutely have his option picked up.
100%.
But I want to see him pitch like Michael King in the second half of the year.
Yeah, they're going to need Michael King.
In a big way.
Yeah. So
I mean, Pivetta King, just think, we saw King last year against Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen Pivetta all year. I mean, you got some horses in the postseason, but they have to be available.
And the thing is, like, I think the likelihood of this happening is kind of slim, but it's there. It could happen. Just imagine a moment where you got King. King is obviously have to be healthy, and he'll be back. And your rotation is, King, Darvish, Cease, Pivetta.
Mm-hmm.
There's and all those dudes are pitching lights out for you because it's a possibility. The team is literally unbeatable. It feels like.
Well, then you're like a favorite in every series you're playing, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's an amazing point. I thought there was an interesting point. Remember yesterday, we're like, well, the Mason Miller deal maybe looks even different if they convert him to a starter. But then Kyle Glazer today brought up the point that a number of people are aware of, which is like, the A's tried to do that, and it didn't work. And the
Kevin
issue
also
being,
said that too.
Kevin said that today?
Because I asked Kevin about the starter thing. He goes, all I've heard is closer.
Yeah, because like these max effort guys, he's also dealt with injuries. I'm talking about Miller. Like, it's hard to navigate 100 pitches throwing as hard as these guys throw and have breaking pitches. So the torque on the elbow plus the work on the shoulder throwing 103. Like, I just hope whatever role they have for him, he's elite in, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. Everyone wants every great pitcher to pitch as long as possible, but there's a reason guys work 1 inning out of bullpens, right? Like, it didn't work for Adrian Morejon as a starter, and it's working for him pretty damn well as a reliever, is it not? So, like, don't get too cute. Like, do what you do well would be the adage there, and don't create a problem that is unnecessary. It's unnecessary to create that problem because you already have a positive with this player in the role that they're filling right now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty confident with this take. They're going to go as far as their pitching and bullpen takes them.
Completely.
And if they win a World Series this year, it will be because of their pitching. They're starting pitching in their bullpen.
I agree.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, they'll get some. Don't get us wrong. They'll get some timely. There'll be some moments.
Yeah, too. Yeah, for sure.
There'll be some moments.
Yeah, there'd have to be some moments.
Of course,
you can't win games by not scoring any runs.
Right. And we saw the moments last year. I mean, offensively, they looked good against Atlanta and LA for half a series. You know what I mean? Like they did look like a competent offense until they didn't. But you're right. They don't have to. I mean, you got to bank on winning games 3-1. That's just has to be the strategy, in my opinion, in the postseason. Patrick, appreciate you, man, for the super chat. He says, rad time to be a Padre fan with the emojis. It's an amazing time. We've said it so much over the years. Doesn't mean it always is the desired result. There's been some heartbreak in there, a lot, truthfully. But there's been some highs, and I'm hoping we're going to experience a lot of them over the next couple of months together. Man, baseball's so unpredictable. And all these sports are, you can lose as a favorite in an NFC championship game. It happens. 7-game NBA series. There are examples, no question about it, where better teams lose, although with less likelihood, in my opinion, or less regularity. Baseball, really, there's a crapshoot element in there. which some of it you love and some of it you hate. But we keep making this point, Jim, which is like, just keep getting in the postseason. You get in 4 out of 6 years, maybe if you break through, or 5 out of 7, maybe you break through and stay healthy. Yeah. And being good helps. You'd prefer to be the favorite than the underdog. I think the Padres they're becoming more of a favorite with each passing day. They're becoming more like one of the better teams in baseball based on their play and their roster with each passing day. So I don't know. I guess we'll take our chances.
And again, still 2 months away from this, but like, if this goes how I think it could go until the postseason, how many times in baseball and in sports do you get a second chance the following year with a team that could be even better? Rarely. It's hard, man. It is hard, right? Like I yes, I'm a 49ers fan, diehard. They lost the NFC title game to the Eagles, made the Super Bowl the next year. They lost to the Chiefs, and then I don't know if they're going to ever be. I don't know when they're going to be back, or if they're going to be back in the next 5 years. Rarely do you get chances at second opportunities. Now, obviously, the Padres didn't make the World Series last year; they didn't even get close. But you get my point. Last year's team, you felt after the 24 scoreless innings, that might have been their best shot. I know all Padres fans probably thought, like, man, when's this team going to have this type of opportunity with that type of team where they're like the favorites to win the World Series? Well, it could be the following season, which is crazy to think.
It is crazy. And there was a quote, we heard it today on the radio, and this is in Kevin Acey's postgame article from Manny Machado, who's thinking the same way. Like, asked about their goals, he said, try to win it all. That's been our goal. We've got to go through the Dodgers. So hopefully go out there and compete for that division and ultimately try to bring a championship to the city, which is our main goal. But like, again, a lot of it is tied. I've said this from day one of this year. When you lose the way you lost last year in the postseason, it's like, it's kind of tied to the Dodgers until it isn't, if that makes sense. They either you beat them in the postseason, or someone else beats them in the postseason, or you win a division. Like, everyone kind of recognizes that. Like, you're always going to be judged against the other teams that surround you. And the team that surrounded the Padres for a lot of the recent history is the LA Dodgers. So like, on one hand, you're like, man, they got a really great shot. I'm with you. We might see Dodgers Padres for a 4th time in 6 years. That is utter insanity. We might not, but we might see Dodgers and Padres for the 4th time in 6 years. It's utter insanity. And I'm with you. I feel like, man, to get another opportunity, what a blessing is how I would look at it from a Padres perspective. Because you didn't know you would get that chance. Like, I remember saying it, Jim, in the aftermath. We got to wait 12 months to see if the Padres are capable of putting themselves in the same position again. That's so hard to do. And here we are, not yet 12 months later, but 10 months later. And we're nearing a scenario where the Padres are going to be judging themselves against the Dodgers, whether it's in the division or in the postseason or against other National League teams. It's just like, it feels like we're heading for a crescendo. And you're right, it's 2 months away, but it just feels like there might be an inevitability to it as well. Audrey, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Merrill yelling at Manny, I got your back, was awesome. I mean, they're pulling on the same rope. We heard what Ryan O'Hearn had to say, and Mason, they want to win. It's that time of year. Like Jim just said, it's about winning, not individual stats. But thank you, Audrey. And then LCBM, thank you. Says, guys, we love Toddy, but do we temper expectations?
With what?
Just his overall body of work. I mean, we touched on it earlier. Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting Fernando Tatis Jr. to have a 965 OPS. So I guess that's tempering a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that right now Tatis is going to turn into a 950 over 50 OPS player for a full season anytime soon. Hope I'm wrong. But I mean, he can have a month stretch where it's 950. There's OPS is 950. And have 7 home runs,
Yeah, completely.
Can you get?
Yeah, I wouldn't temper expectations. I honestly, I think Fernando Tatis Jr. is a really good player on a championship caliber team. You know what I mean? Like, I could envision Fernando Tatis Jr. winning a World Series and being a big reason why a team does it. So I'm not going to pretend like he would be a role player on a championship team. He's a good player on a really good team.
Yeah.
And maybe to win a championship, they need him to perform at a higher level. But honestly, the way he's performing it helps get you where you got to get, as we've discussed.
Yep, 100%.
All right, guys, we do want to remind you about our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. They've got a terrific offer going on for you right now. How about 50% deposit match with promo code PADSWREP? That's Pods Wrap. Click the link in the description down below. Plus a free gimme pick. A free gimme pick is higher or lower than a half total plate appearance for someone like Fernando Tatis Jr., or higher or lower than a half total point for someone like Asia Wilson tomorrow in the WNBA, or Saturday. That is tomorrow.
Can I bet over under how many dildos would be thrown on the court?
I don't think that's available to Underdog, but I appreciate you asking. But what you can bet is higher than a half home run for Fernando Tatis Jr. and higher than 2.5 strikeouts for Randy Vasquez. And we can also bet on Wilson Contreras annoying me. So I'll take lower than 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. If those things happen, your $10 wager pays $164.80. Even if you don't get them all right, you can flex it and you can still win big at Underdog. So take advantage of the offer. Click the link in the description down below. Use the promo code PADSWREP. That's Pods Wrap, and get a 50% deposit match plus a free gimme pick.
Yeah, scan the QR code above my head. Once you scan it, download Underdog Fantasy. Use our promo code Pods Wrap. Start playing, start winning, and have fun. Did you see what Sophie Cunningham tweeted?
No.
So again tonight at a Valkyrie game in the Bay Area, a lime green dildo was once again thrown on the court at a WNBA game. And Sophie Cunningham tweeted out, "Stop throwing dildos on the court. You're gonna hurt one of us."
That means they'll be thrown more.
One of the best tweets
ever.
That's effing hilarious.
Do we need to make an emoji?
No, don't make a dildo emoji.
But we do have new emojis for our members. If you missed this earlier, for the trade deadline for the second half here in 2025, and new emojis coming soon, by the way, you've got the Five Guys emoji if you're a member. You've got the Rockstar GM. You have the Miller time. And you have the Cortez the Killer emoji. Killer. On screen right now. If you want those emojis, if you want to use those in the live chat, or actually in your comments down below as well, if you're watching on replay, click the join button down below. We appreciate, which way do I go? We appreciate your support of the channel. We will be back, guys, on Sunday night to recap this series, a much-needed off day for John and Jim, not for the Padres, but for John and Jim.
Yeah, for us.
And our marriages. So we're going to be back Sunday night at 9:30. Between now and then, please subscribe to this channel. Looking forward to seeing how the Padres play over the course of the next 2 days. We'll see if they can win this series against the St. Louis Cardinals, potentially do more than that and sweep this series. But subscribe. I think we're 46 or 47 subscribers away from 9,100 as we join you live. So please subscribe. Thank you for those that have liked this video and followed us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. For those that contribute with the super thanks that are watching on replay, we appreciate you as well. And again, if you want to become a member, click that join button down below and support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our friends at Humboldt Casino, and SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy as well. Padres have won 6 straight. I'll watch The Mandalorian if it gets to 13 consecutive wins.
No, you won't.
For Jim, I'm John. I got to get Disney Plus, though, so give me your password. For Jim, I'm John. Padres win.
Thanks, Jesus.
Straight. Wait, what happened?
Peace be with you.
Appreciate you. Thanks, guys. We'll see you Sunday.